All right, everybody, welcome back to Totally Driven Radio. And yes, this is Bay Ragney here. There's no Nick, there's no Jess, there's no Frank. It's me and the Moondog, and a name, a person that everybody will know come Monday night on AMC, Mob Mondays, Making of the Mob, New York. Let's welcome the man that it will be known to the world as Frank Costello, the Prime Minister, a.k.a. the real Anthony DiCarlo. What's up, Ant? Welcome to Totally Driven Radio.
How you doing, Bay? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, I am so psyched for this. But before I even ask you any question, and you just told me what you're doing, who you're with, and all that, I got to ask you the most important question of all that I ask all my fellow Italians. Is it gravy or sauce?
It's cannolis, my friend. It's always it's gravy.
It's my man.
What do you say?
It's gravy.
That's it. It's gravy. Come on. Grandma's gravy sauce.
My wife, just as a matter of fact, there was an Italian festival by my house the other day. My wife entered my grandmother's gravy in it and her meatballs.
Unbelievable. You know what? The one thing my grandfather did before he passed away, he left behind his meatball recipe. Thank God. And they're killer.
Priorities.
That's it.
Oh, that's
right.
Great. So things are about to, I think, break huge for you, my friend. I think your whole world is going to turn upside down in about 72 hours.
You know, it's very exciting. We have the 8-episode miniseries coming out, The Making of the Mob, and it's an 8-episode miniseries that traces the lives of Lucky Luciano, Frank Costello, which I portray, Vito Genovese, Meyer Lansky, and Bugsy Siegel, from when they're young teens to the 1950s. And you know what's great about this? It's the first time a story like this, factual story, has been told all in one part, in one series, factual. So it's very exciting. It's very informative. And it's going to be great. I mean, there's I don't know, 30 whackings in it, and it's very exciting.
Now, when this whole thing came about, when you I guess you had an audition for it. Was it always? Now, this is like a docudrama. Was it always
Yeah.
It was always going to be a docudrama, just not like a regular series, or?
Correct. Yeah, I auditioned probably about 4 times for this role. I think it
Wow.
came down to the wire. And sometimes it would disappear. The casting agents for about a month. And so it was a 3-month process, and then they would pop up again, and they would disappear, and all of a sudden, at one point, it's like, all right, you know what, I didn't get it. And finally, it was the last audition because they were about to shoot it the next week, and I got the call, and I said I got the part. It was great. I was very grateful for it. And, it was a rigorous casting, but what's great about it is you have biographers that you interviewed. You have Chaz Palminteri, who I'm with right now, and you have Rudy Giuliani, the ex-mayor of New York City, and Meyer Lansky's grandson. So it's a scripted series, and you also have this archival footage, and you have interviews going on in between us doing scenes. So you get a bit of everything. You get a real history of what's going on with the archival footage as well. Yeah,
I didn't realize that was in it as well.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, we shot it in West Virginia, which is
okay.
Everything's taking place in New York City, Cuba, and we have scenes in Italy. Green screen work, but it was shot in West Virginia, and West Virginia, Martinsburg, Shepherdstown, really old historic town that it's like their second time. That's another reason why the producer shoots down there, is he can just shoot all over a bunch of towns, and you have that historical look that he's looking for.
Huh. I never would have expected you to say that it was in West Virginia.
Yeah. And you know what? The producer gets a nice, they give away nice benefits, tax breaks down there in West Virginia as well.
Oh, nice.
But it was a nice experience. Shot for about a month and a half down there.
Now, you said you're with Chaz Palminteri now. He's a producer of this part of this. You said
he's not a producer. He's a commentator on the show.
Okay.
Yes, now. So they'll do cuts to him, and he'll speak about it. And we're right now. I just stepped outside. We're at a Q&A panel up in the Upper East Side in Manhattan, and Chaz Palminteri's doing a Q&A along with Meyer Lansky's grandson, Meyer Lansky II, our producer of the show, Stephen David, and they're doing an audience. It was a ticketed event, so there's a big audience, and they're talking about our show, and they're talking about the mob, and
wow.
So.
You know, it's funny. I actually just saw Chaz's one-man show 2 weeks ago, The Bronx Tale, and it
really?
is amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. He's an amazing guy, and he's a big guy. He's a big guy. The guy, he's like 6'6". I mean, he's got hands like a gorilla. The guy's a big guy, and I'm 6'2", and he's big to me. I was like, wow, you know, because it's one of my first times meeting the guy, and big guy.
Wow. Now, I mean, being an Italian, when you're going to be starring in a mobster show, I mean, is that like, I mean, the world? Let's face it, the world, the country, whatever you want to say, they love these mob shows. They fall in love with these guys. You know, whether it was The Godfather, Goodfellas,
right.
The Sopranos.
Yeah. Sure.
And I think, I know I am. I'm hungering for that void to be filled since we don't have the Sopranos no more. I mean, so this for you has to be like a dream come true.
It is. In a lot of ways it is. And I'll tell you, it's the way it was shot. It's shot very silhouette-y. I'm going to use that word, just like The Godfather was. You know, it's not the time period, Prohibition. You know, that's a dream come true. To be able to portray an icon back in those days, a czar of the Italian mafia, a mob boss in Prohibition of 1920s. That's cool. I mean, the clothes, you know, the cars, all that stuff was everything that we had on our show was all authentic. You know, and that was a dream come true. The Sopranos was a great show. You know, but again, it's the modern day. It's a little bit more, you know, Goomba. Mm-hmm. Our show, and that's great, and everyone loves that. And our show is more like you're watching Godfather and Godfather 2.
Right.
Which is what I love, you know.
Very cool. Now, that's what was one thing, too. I was thinking, like, how you were saying, like, you know, it's got all the old stuff, the cars, the scenery, and all that. Like, at any time, does that, like, play with your mind, like, there's no cell phones?
Well, if anything, it really helps you get into character. I mean, our wardrobe is all authentic, and the women in wardrobe won an Emmy for one of the other productions that they were on, and you know, so that's how meticulous they are about the wardrobe.
Wow.
And our director, John Ealer, amazing director, the eye that he had on making sure every scene was perfect. You know, I mean, like, we would do cuts, and he would pick out something that nobody would ever pick out and say, you know what, we got to move that, and it doesn't look right, you know? So to be a part of a crew and a cast where, you know, they're just meticulous about every little thing was a dream come true. It was amazing. And to be a part of a project like that, I'm grateful.
That's awesome. Now, I mean, this is pretty much like your big break right here.
It is. It's AMC Network, which I love. I think AMC is one of the hottest networks out there right now on cable besides your HBO and Showtime. AMC is home to Breaking Bad. It's home to the new one, Better Call Saul, The Walking Dead, Mad Men, which just finished their last season. So Mad Men being done, this is AMC's next big thing. They're calling it Mob Week. So it's 8 weeks of our show, The Making of the Mob, and they're backing each show up with all the classics. So Godfather, Godfather 2, Scarface, Carlito's Way, Goodfellas, American Gangster. So it's nice. It's an honor to be on that network, and it's also an honor to be backed up with these great classic mob flicks.
Sure. Now,
I'm from New York. I'm originally from Long Island, so to be a part of this is, like you said, it's a dream come true for me to to be able to put my flag
Absolutely.
on it. So, you know, it's
now, out of all those classics, which one's your favorite?
We were just talking about that at this panel, and most of the guys up there, like Chaz, they were good fellas. I have to go out there and say that Godfather is one of my favorites, and I just love the characters and almost everyone in that. You got Brando, you got Al Pacino, James Caan. You know, these are guys that were young actors at the time.
Right.
I think Godfather made them, but their careers after that took off, and the acting is superb, and the way it was shot, and the transition of these characters. Thank you so much. Yeah, right up there. Sorry, that was Mr. David, the producer.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say the Godfather. But I love them all. It's hard to choose, but if I had to choose, that would be the one.
Well, this,
what about you?
I mean, this could.
Tell me yours. What's your favorite?
I'm probably going to say, you know, believe it or not, as an Italian, it's crazy for me to admit, but I probably didn't see the Godfather or any of the Godfathers till about 10 years ago. My wife finally just made me sit down and watch them, and I was like, all right, yeah, they're good, but I think like. Maybe I was spoiled from other
like
stuff.
The Goodfellas, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think Goodfellas is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great movie. Ray Liotta is a narrator on our show. So when in between doing our scenes, Ray Liotta he's doing a voiceover on it, you know, moving the series along. So I mean, he's great. He does great work, and I think that he's coming out another. He's in Texas Rising right now, another show on the History Channel. He's doing well.
Cool. Very nice. Now, you had mentioned, about the Godfather with, you know, the cast that really came out of that. I mean, this is now kind of like where your co-stars you're all like kind of almost unknowns with this big shot.
Right.
And you guys now have that potential to this, kind of be like your big kickstart into a huge career.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm lucky enough to ride the waves like those icons, you know, that's just that. Obviously, is the main goal. I would love that, and I'm looking forward to the future and to see what happens. And right now, I'm trying to enjoy the moment and try not to think about that and just be in the moment and enjoy this great time right now. And excited about Monday, 10 o'clock. Is the premiere of our show. But yeah, of course. I mean, that's the whole. You know, to book another project on any kind of hot network like this would be another dream. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, now here's my prediction too. Like after Monday night, I'll say probably by 11:01, your phone will be blowing up and people will be hitting you up on Facebook that like you grew up with, like you were going to have all of a sudden a whole new cast of friends come back to your life.
Yeah, you know, they're starting to pop up now. People, but you know, just to congratulate me, and they see the trailers on TV and they're popping up and they're saying hello, and it's nice. It's nice that everyone's getting involved and seeing the work, and it's exciting. I hope everyone enjoys the show. In fact, I know everyone's going to enjoy the show. It's a good project, and it's going to be a great series.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was kind of pissed. I just got my thing like an hour before we went live tonight to watch the advanced first couple of episodes, and I didn't get a chance to. I was like, son of a bitch.
But you're breaking up there.
I had just gotten my access to watch the advanced episodes.
Oh, you
right
did?
Before we went live. Good. Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to watch them yet. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, you better get on it. Well, soon enough, you'll see the first episode in a couple of days.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was great.
Now, something else you do, you were involved in too. I saw. It's like you. I guess you did your own writing and producing of was it a film? The Art of the Butterfly.
Yeah, it's called Art of the Butterfly. I collaborated with another actress and writer, Darlene Violet, and we came up with a script, short film about a tortured artist, a painter. He's going through lack of inspiration in his artistic career, and he's turning to drugs and alcohol. And on the same story, but on another side, there's a middle-aged housewife who's going through a lack of love in her long years of marriage. So the two end up meeting at an art show. One of my character's name is Clyde. End up meeting at Clyde's art show, and long story short, he ends up dragging her against her will back to his studio. Bottom line is that they both find the inspiration that they were looking for. They both find in each other, empowerment. So it's a short film, and we're almost done with the editing process. But it was an experience to be on the other side of the camera as a producer, and seeing all the ins and outs of putting the music score together and hiring a director and a crew and for a short film, I say it's a lot of work. So that gives me that much more respect for crews and cameramen and directors on something of the magnitude of the series that's coming out on Monday. So it was a big eye opener. We're very proud of it.
Sure.
So we're going to be submitting it to film festivals and
nice.
Seeing what kind of reaction we get out of the public on it.
Now, is that something you'd like to pursue more, that end of the whole acting world?
I think maybe it's definitely something I would later on in the future. I think I do enjoy being in front of the camera. Like I said, there's a lot involved. So if there happened to be a project I was really passionate about, I would definitely get involved again behind the camera. It was a challenge not only to be behind the camera but starring in it as well. So it was a handful.
Sure.
I think so I got to give credit to a lot of these actors like Clint Eastwood and Robert De Niro who are directing, producing, and starring in their own films. It's a lot of work.
Sure.
A lot of work. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. So Monday night, it's the big night, AMC. Now you guys come on at 10 or 9? Okay.
10 o'clock, the show comes on, and I believe they have a classic gangster film coming on before that. It might be Godfather 1. I'm not sure what the lineup is, but I'm pretty sure it might be Godfather. So that'll be coming on first, and then we're going to follow it up with our show at 10 o'clock.
That's so freaking awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. Actually, give me a call after you see it, and love to know your thoughts.
Will you be sitting around, now, I wish they did it on Sundays. My Sunday routine when The Sopranos was on, it was, get the macaroni and everything made just in time to sit down with a nice bowl of macaroni and meatballs and watch The Sopranos, a glass of wine. So I kind of missed that whole Sunday situation. So now it's like Mondays are going to have to be macaroni night.
Yeah. Just switch it over. Mondays.
It's going to be Macaroni Mob Mondays.
There you go. It sounds perfect. Very fitting. Macaroni Mob Mondays with gravy, not sauce, with gravy.
Absolutely. Look at that. I made it to my own heart.
There you go.
That's awesome.
And
you cook? I want to say, you know what? Yes and no. I'm too lazy.
Okay.
If I feel like it, I'll do it. But
I hear you.
The wife usually does it.
I'm the same way. I enjoy cooking, but I'm a little lazy. If I had some people over for a certain event, I would cook. But otherwise, I want to sit back and have somebody else cook.
Usually, for Easter or Thanksgiving, I'll cook because I'll make lasagna. And here's a little thing what I do. Somebody turned me on this a few years ago. I'll make lasagna, and I'll get a nice long stick of pepperoni, and I'll slice it up, and I'll mix it in with the lasagna.
Oh, that's great.
It's out of this world. You get all the grease come out of the pepperoni. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, try it. It's good stuff. Cool. Again, Ant, I want to thank you so much. This has been great. We definitely got to talk again more. And, I will. I'm going to give you my little review on Monday. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And, hey, can you cut a quick ID for me, too, before you go? This is Anthony DiCarlo, Frank Costello from Making of the Mob New York, and you're listening
to Making of the Mob New York. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the site is for you. It's AnthonyAdamDiCarlo.com?
Correct.
Awesome. Very good.
All right.
Cool, Ant.
Thanks, Barry. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And, hey, tell all the fellow Paisans hello.
I will. They're actually all right here, so I'll tell them.
All right, Ant. Have a good one, man. Take care and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Ciao.
See ya. All right, everybody, there he goes. Anthony DiCarlo, Making of the Mob, New York, AMC, this Monday night, 10 o'clock. I can't wait.
I can't wait. But now, every week on this show, I'm always so hungry. I want some mozzarella. I want some gabagool.
Dude, I am on a freaking... I'm on a freaking diet. You're killing me. What are you doing to me?
Oh, me too. I'm on a diet too, so it's killing me.
I gotta breathe. Deep breath.
I can't wait for this show. Like, I'm a big buff of, like, mob history. I mean, Lucky Luciano, this is the guy who set up the syndicate, who really organized the units, the 5 families in New York. And you talk about prohibition. Our government basically gave rise to the modern-day mafia. Without prohibition, they might not rise to where they are because they made all their money bootlegging.
I personally, I think the mob should run the country.
It'd probably be better run.